We had some breaking news drop this morning that Kyrie Irving, who left early in last night's game, unfortunately was diagnosed with a torn left ACL and will miss the remainder of the season and most likely all of next season as well. Shams reported it this morning at like around 10 a.m.-ish. I literally woke up right to it. Literally, as soon as I got out of bed, I opened Twitter and it said 8 seconds ago that he tweeted it. And I'm just like, damn. Because it didn't look like a torn ACL because the knee buckled backwards, and that's usually a hyperextension.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it is a torn ACL. Just really super unfortunate for not only Kyrie, but just for Mavs fans in general. I'll put two tweets up on the screen. This is from StatMuse that was tweeted just a little bit after the report, saying Dallas Mavericks since Christmas. Luka Doncic gets hurt. Derek Lively out indefinitely. Trade away Luka Doncic. Daniel Gafford out indefinitely. Anthony Davis out indefinitely. Kyrie Irving tears ACL. Season from hell. So that's the first one I saw. And then the next one's even more interesting considering like previous moves and all that stuff. This one's from Underdog. Shout out Underdog. So the Dallas Mavericks in 2025. Derek Lively suffers a stress ankle fracture. Luka Doncic traded. Anthony Davis suffered strained adductor. Daniel Gafford sprains his MCL. Quentin Grimes scores 44 points. Jalen Brunson named Player of the Week. Lakers move up to the 2 seed. The Mavs announce an 8% increase in season ticket prices, and Kyrie Irving tears his ACL.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Historically bad.
Don't forget about Caleb Martin as well. He's been out ever since they acquired him.
they traded Quentin Grimes for that, man, along with their last second-round pick. They have no control of any of their first-round picks until 2031. This is disastrous for the Dallas Mavericks. Before we get to, the elephant in the room being the incompetent dweeb they have in their front office, what are y'all's thoughts on this?
Listen, I'm a big believer in karma, and also that when something happens in sports, whether it's in football, basketball, baseball, soccer, we always talk about like the gods of the sport, like the basketball gods, that they will come back for you after because they know you've done wrong. I think this is a prime example of them, but instead of Nico Harrison getting fired, instead the players are getting the brunt of the situation that he got themselves into. So this is the basketball gods simply just ruining Nico Harrison and the team itself, which I don't think the team deserves it more than Nico Harrison himself. But this is what happens, I think. I think it's just kind of God, Gio, as we always say. But it's unfortunate. Like, I was watching the video, and he hit his right knee with Jonas Valanciunas' right knee, and that led him to completely transfer all of his weight to his left leg, and that's how the ACL happened. So it wasn't non-contact, it was just little contact.
It was non-contact.
You could say little contact.
I wouldn't say it was non-contact.
I think it was little contact.
I think it was contact.
Well, it was contact that led to the injury, but the knee tearing was non-contact.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
He didn't collide with anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Kyrie also went on IG Live today and spoke for I think like 10 minutes about how he started recovery and he's in good spirits, and we know he always is very vocal on social media. But they're missing. AD could be out for the year. I saw today as well. Kyrie's out for the year. Max Christie's going to be out right here a few weeks, and then of course we know Lively, Gaff, and
everyone else pretty much.
Everyone else.
Even I think Jaden Hardy got hurt in that game too.
Yes, Jaden Hardy as well. I saw today too.
I think he's out indefinitely.
So you're looking at a Klay Thompson-led Mavs team with Najee Marshall and PJ.
Wow.
And
how do you feel, Gio, if you're Klay Thompson? Because the reason why you signed in Dallas was to play with Luka Doncic. Your other option, LeBron James, was trying to recruit him to the Lakers.
Yeah.
And now both of them united together on the Lakers.
And he doesn't have an opt-out, does he?
No, he's
No.
not.
So,
Clay's stuck there.
How long?
I think
2-year
he's
deal or
3-year
3-year
deal. 3 years, $60 million, something like that.
That's
maybe a little bit
so
more.
unfortunate for him.
I could see him getting traded because of the Luka thing or requesting out in the offseason. Who knows?
He won't do that. I think he'll stay because this team does, when they're all healthy on the floor, they can compete. It's just a matter of what happens now, because we all know when Anthony Davis comes back, when he's healthy, he's going to be really good for this team because, he's not playing under the Akron Asylum anymore, so he can take a lot more shots. Kyrie, he's probably going to miss the entirety of next season, and, he's smaller. He's 32 years old. He might never be the same again. And that's what really sucks about this.
Yeah.
And outside of that, what do you do? I mean, do the Mavs even try and trade for Kevin Durant now in the offseason? Like, what do they do from here? It's so difficult.
I would think that's still on the table because I'm assuming Kyrie's going to opt into that player option because he won't. No one else would sign him because
I mean,
he's out for a long time.
There could be a
So-
team that's willing to give him a contract. I mean, we did a sign and trade for Kevin Durant when he had a torn Achilles. So he does have value. It's just a matter of
Yeah.
does he want to take the safe option? Because he was up for a max contract at the end of the season. Now he can't get it anymore. So it's super unfortunate.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the man of the hour, Nico freaking Harrison. I don't like this guy. He really just annoys me. His ego has completely destroyed the Dallas Mavericks franchise. And Gio, I've never seen a team go from contender to poverty that quick. So what's your thoughts on just this whole situation regarding Dallas and Nico Harrison?
Yeah, man, I feel like I think we've said it enough. I mean, Nico Harrison, time and time again, day after day, every single day proves another reason as to why this was just a terrible, terrible decision that he made. So I think we've said it enough times, and hopefully this is the last time we talk about Nico Harrison because honestly, I'm tired of talking about him.
Yeah, real.
Yeah, so that's all I got to say.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I
And
think once he leaves Dallas, it'll probably be over.
Yeah.
But when we talk about him, but listen, it's just going to be, a really just rough time for Dallas going forward. We'll see when the offseason comes around. And that's really it. Right now, it's kind of just play who you have right now in that team and see if you can get the best out of some young guys that they have.
Yeah.
And
they need to tank this season. They have their first round pick.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll see. If, the lottery gods can give you whatever here.
Yeah.
I was hoping that they would get something better in return for Luka because if you're gonna trade Luka, you got to get a lot of
That's
return.
exactly the problem.
Yeah.
I
They didn't
have.
they didn't really get much
do
at
it
They
all.
didn't get anything.
So
Because Nico
that's the
Harrison,
biggest issue I have with it.
Nico Harrison didn't see the value of Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
He saw the value of Anthony Davis and thought that was enough.
Yeah.
When, if let's say he did a bidding war for Luka, right? If let's say he went OKC, San Antonio, and Brooklyn have the most draft picks throughout like the next half decade, at least 5 or 6 picks would have been on the table because it would have been 4 or 5 of their own plus someone else's. And it would have been a no-brainer for Dallas. They could have been set for life with all this, these generational talents. They could have shipped out everyone else. So, it is what it is. And we did see Luka did post on his IG story both last night and this morning reacting to the Kyrie news, hoping he gets better and all that stuff. So, just
I
super
think Kyrie will be
unfortunate.
fine.
He'll be okay.
I think because these days most players they bounce back decently well.
Yeah.
So oftentimes they're not better than they were before, but I think Kyrie's the type of guy who's going to be better.
Usually it's the first season they come back, they're good. We saw that
Yeah.
with Clay. We saw that with Jamal Murray.
KD.
We saw that with Kevin Durant's still amazing. He's kind of an anomaly in that regard. But yeah, we wish we wish a speedy recovery to Kyrie, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Do we have any sort of final thoughts regarding this?
No, I'm tired of injuries, but
This is one of the worst ones we've seen in a while.
it's a big year for that. So we'll see next year if anything improves with just like any conditioning, any type of just guys that are not out, every other week with a knee sprain or something.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Kyrie for making the free throws.
Yeah. I was gonna,
Yes.
That was
exactly.
powerful. He was in tears at the free throw line. I wanted to cry just watching it.
It's crazy. He said thank you God during his free throws, and I was like, interesting perspective. I like it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyrie's very spiritual.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a good guy. I miss him
He
so
is.
much on the Nets.
Yeah.
I really wish things worked
Imagine
out.
tearing your ACL, shooting free throws, and saying thank you God.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have some serious different mindset to be doing that. So a lot of respect to him.